Hello. Hi, students. So today we are going to learn about chapter 9, that is electricity and circuits. And in this chapter, we will be learning about electricity. हम electricity कैसे generate कर सकते हैं. Then the different devices that works on electricity. We will also learn to make our own torch. We will learn about the electric cell and many more interesting activities. So let's get started. So we use electricity for many purposes to make our task easier. आप सबको पता है कि हम इलेक्ट्रिसिटी बहुत सारे पर्पसेस के लिए यूज कर सकते हैं, राइट? जैसे कि एक एग्जांपल है यहाँ पे, वी यूज इलेक्ट्रिसिटी टू ऑपरेट पंप्स लाइक मोटर. जब भी हम इलेक्ट्रिसिटी यूज करते हैं मोटर को स्विच ऑन करने के लिए, this will lift the water from the well or the boring or from the ground level, and it is going to supply this water to the largest floor or to the rooftop tank. So this is one of the example of electricity. Apart from that, there are many other purposes of electricity, like it is used for lighting up our homes, for charging our phones, then for charging our laptops. It is used for turning the television. It is used for many other purposes. Now, these days, even there are different vehicles which runs on electricity. You must have heard about e-bikes and e-cars also, right? So electricity has quite lots of different purposes in our life. So does your list include the use of electricity for lighting? Of course, yes. हम electricity use करते हैं ताकि हमारे घर में enough light रहे. Okay, so electricity, it is going to make possible to light our homes, not only homes, but there is electricity which is being used to light our roads. Street lamp से हमारे road में enough light रहता है. It is used in offices, markets, schools, colleges, factories, and specifically जब sun डूब जाता है, after the sunset, the use of electricity is even more. Okay, so it is even used more after the sunset. So this helps us to work continuously even at night. I think with the use of electricity has literally made our life easier. So a power station provides us with electricity. So ये electricity कहाँ से आता है हमारे घरों में? So there is a power station. ये power station हमारे घरों में electricity provide करते हैं. However, the supply of electricity may fail or it may not be available at some places. ऐसा कोई कोई situations होते हैं जब ये electricity हमारे घर में नहीं supply हो पाता है, या due to some reason हमारे घर में कुछ फ्यूज हो जाता है, तो we are not provided with electricity, and it is also not available at all the places. There are some remote places in our world where still electricity is not available. So in such situations, a torch is sometimes used to provide lighting. ऐसा कभी लाइट नहीं रहने से हमारे घर में we all use torch. Okay, so torch में क्या होता है? There is a bulb that lights up when it is switched on. जैसे ही हम torch का switch on करते हैं, torch से light निकलता है, and again we are able to see everything around us, right? But the question here is, where does the torch gets electricity from? Torch के पास electricity कहाँ से आया? So we are going to learn about it. So जब भी हम मार्केट से कोई एक नया टॉर्च लेके आते हैं, so what is the first thing we do? We put electric cell inside that torch, right? So जब हम बहुत सारे cells combination में use करेंगे तो उसे हम बैटरी कहेंगे. Local term में हम उसे बैटरी ही कहते हैं, but it is electric cell. So electric cell is the one which is going to provide electricity to the torch. Okay, torch कैसे light up करता है? It is because of the electric cell. So electricity to the bulb and the torch is provided by the electric cells. Electric cells, they are not only used in torches, but बहुत सारे different devices में भी use होते हैं. Like for example, alarm clocks में, wrist watches में, transistor radios में, cameras में, बहुत सारे other devices. There are many toys that you must be playing with. उनमें भी ये electric cell लगता है. Now, if you have ever noticed the electric cell carefully, you will observe that एक electric cell के दो ends होते हैं. Now, it has a metal cap on one end and a metal disc on the other end. एक जो end होता है उसमें थोड़ा सा बाहर निकला हुआ structure रहता है, that is called as a metal cap. So this is the metal cap at one end, and दूसरा end जो है वो एकदम flat रहेगा, and that is the metal disc. So it is having two ends, a battery, or it's not appropriate to say a battery, we'll call it as an electric cell. An electric cell will be having two ends, that is a metal cap and a flat end that is called a metal disc. Now, look at this electric cell carefully. You will also observe that there is a positive and negative sign marked on this electric cell. So this metal cap area is marked as positive, and that flat metal disc area, it is marked as negative. Okay, so this middle cap wala part, it is the positive terminal of the electric cell, and jo flat wala part hai, this is the negative terminal of the electric cell. जितने भी electric cells हैं, all the electric cells will have these two terminals. They are going to have a positive terminal and a negative terminal. Okay, all the electric cells are going to have a positive and negative terminal. Now, an electric cell is going to produce electricity by using the chemicals that is stored inside the cell. So when the chemicals in the cells will be used up, जैसे ही वो chemicals use हो जाते हैं, वैसे ही वो electric cell काम करना बंद कर देता है. And gradually you all must have observed, अगर हम वो electric cell use कर रहे हैं कोई भी device को run करने के लिए, थोड़े दिनों के बाद वो cell काम करना बंद कर देता है, क्योंकि वो जो जितने भी सारे chemicals थे उस cell के अंदर वो सारे use हो गए हैं. टाइम के बाद हमें इस electric cell को दूसरे इलेक्ट्रिक सेल से रिप्लेस करना पड़ेगा. We have to get a new electric cell. So you all must have observed that एक टॉर्च बल्ब में, this is a torch bulb, बल्ब का बस बात कर रहे हैं हम, पूरे टॉर्च का नहीं. उस टॉर्च बल्ब में एक आउटर केस होता है ग्लास का. This is the outer case of glass. And it is fixed on a metallic base. ये metallic base है, इसके ऊपर ये glass fixed है. Now, what is inside this glass case of the bulb? इस glass case के अंदर क्या है? Let's find out. So, we will conduct activity 1 and we will find out उस glass case के अंदर क्या होता है. So, we are going to take a torch and we will look inside the bulb of the torch. You can also take out the bulb with the help of any of your elder in your house or with the help of your teacher. Now, what will you see inside the bulb? आप देखते हो कि इस ग्लास केस के अंदर एक वायर है that is being stretched between two other wires. बीच में एक वायर है और इस वायर को दो मोटे वायर्स ने पकड़ा हुआ है. Okay, so this is present inside this glass cage. Okay, so what we have observed कि इसके अंदर एक thin wire है and this thin wire is being holded by the two other thick wires. Do you find a thin wire fixed in the middle of the glass bulb? Now switch the torch on. You will observe which part of the bulb is glowing. Now you will observe that this is the part, ये जो thin wire था, यही part जो है वो glow करता है and ये produce करता है light. So this thin wire which is giving off the light, this wire has a name and it is called as the filament of the bulb. So this filament is fixed on the two thicker wires, as I have told you. ये thin wire को दो thick wires hold करके रखते हैं, and as a result, it provides support to the filament. Now, the tricky thing is, ये दो जो thick wires है, इनमें से एक wire will be connected to the metal case at the base of the bulb. Okay, let me show you. So this is one of the thick wire. ये कहाँ connected है? It is connected to the base of the bulb, metal case at the base of the bulb. And the second wire, it is connected to the metal tip at the center of the base. Let us look at the picture again. So this is the metal tip at the center of the base. Okay, so दो जो मोटे वायर्स है एक बेस में कनेक्टेड होते हैं और एक टिप में कनेक्टेड होते हैं. So this base of the bulb and the metal tip of the base, these are the two terminals of the bulb. They are the two terminals of the bulb. Okay, so एक positive terminal है और एक negative terminal है. And these two terminals are fixed in such a way that they do not touch each other. Okay, ये जो दो ends है ये कभी एक दूसरे को touch नहीं करते हैं. And they make the two terminals of the bulb. So the electric bulbs that are used in a house, they are also having the same design. उनमें भी एक filament होता है. जब भी हम switch on करते हैं, तो ये filament glow करता है and it produces light. So thus both the electric cell as well as bulb, they have two terminals. Okay, even हमारे जो घर में electric bulbs है, उनमें भी दो terminals होते हैं, one positive and one negative. Now the question arises, why do they have these two terminals? Let's find out. Let's learn about how bulb can be connected to an electric cell. So we will try to make an electric bulb light using an electric cell. Okay, हम कोशिश करेंगे कि एक electric bulb वो glow करे and इसके लिए हमें चाहिए होगा एक electric cell. So how we are going to do that? Let's perform our activity 2. So we are going to take 4 lengths of electric wire and different colors के लेंगे, different plastic coating के लेंगे ताकि हमें आसानी हो differentiate करने में. Now वो जो plastic wire के जो ends हैं उस end से हम थोड़ा थोड़ा plastic covering निकाल देंगे, expose कर देंगे metal को ताकि हम उसे connect कर पाए battery में या तो bulb में. Okay, so we will expose the metal wires at the ends of each length. Now we will fix the exposed part of these two wires to the cell and the other two parts to the bulb. Okay, now let's look at the diagram and understand this. So we are having an electric cell over here. ये positive terminal है, ये negative terminal है. So हमने एक वायर के पार्ट को पॉजिटिव टर्मिनल से अटैच किया है, दूसरे पार्ट भी अभी हम कनेक्ट करेंगे बल्ब के साथ. ओके, ये जो पार्ट है ये एक्सपोज्ड है, देखो इसमें बस वायर है, यहाँ पे प्लास्टिक कोटिंग है बट दिस इज द एक्सपोज्ड पार्ट. एंड ये है नेगेटिव टर्मिनल ऑफ द इलेक्ट्रिक सेल, यहाँ पे भी हमने वायर कनेक्ट किया है, वन पार्ट टू द बैटरी, अनदर विल बी कनेक्टेड टू द बल्ब. ओके, एंड दिस इज द एक्सपोज्ड पार्ट ऑफ दिस वायर. अब ये एक इलेक्ट्रिक बल्ब है, इसके भी दो टर्मिनल्स होंगे, पॉजिटिव टर्मिनल, नेगेटिव टर्मिनल. पॉजिटिव टर्मिनल में भी हमने एक वायर कनेक्ट किया, ये है उसके एक्सपोज्ड एरिया. ये नेगेटिव टर्मिनल से हमने एक वायर अटैच किया और दूसरे एंड एक्सपोज्ड है. ओके, हम दोनों एक्सपोज्ड एंड को टाई करेंगे. ओके, सो दैट ये सर्किट कंप्लीट हो जाए और बल्ब ग्लो करने लगे. ओके, सो हमारा बैटरी रेडी है वायर्स के साथ, हमारे बल्ब्स रेडी है वायर के साथ. Okay, so we can stick the wires to the bulb with a tape that is being used by the electricians. We can even use rubber bands or tape to fix the wires to the cell. Now connect the wires fixed to the bulb with those attached to the cells in 6 different ways. And these are the 6 different ways that are being shown over here from diagram 9.5a to f. अब हमें बताना है कौन से अरेंजमेंट में बल्ब ग्लो करेगा. ओके, सो लेट्स लुक एट ईच ऑफ दीज अरेंजमेंट वेरी केयरफुली. सो हमारे पास एक पॉजिटिव टर्मिनल और नेगेटिव टर्मिनल है इलेक्ट्रिक सेल का. सिमिलरली एक बल्ब का भी पॉजिटिव और नेगेटिव टर्मिनल था. पॉजिटिव टर्मिनल से एक वायर अटैच्ड था, नेगेटिव टर्मिनल से भी एक वायर अटैच्ड था. Similarly, from bulb also, we had a wire attached to the positive and negative terminal. Now, when we tied these ends, exposed end together, the circuit was complete, and as a result, the bulb started to glow. Now, let's look at the second arrangement. So, from the positive terminal of the electric cell, wire is attached, which is being connected to the negative terminal of the bulb. But over here, you can see that from the positive terminal of the bulb, The wire is not attached. Okay, यहाँ पे जो circuit है ये break हो गया है. जो negative terminal of the battery और positive terminal of the bulb है ये connect नहीं हो रहा है. Okay, the circuit is incomplete. So यहाँ पे the bulb is not glowing. Okay, third case में भी circuit incomplete है. Positive और negative terminals नहीं connect हो पा रहे हैं. As a result, the bulb will not glow. Next situation. अब यहाँ पे क्या हुआ है, जो पॉजिटिव और नेगेटिव टर्मिनल्स है बल्ब के, ये दोनों कनेक्ट हो गए हैं टू द नेगेटिव टर्मिनल ऑफ द बैटरी, टू द नेगेटिव टर्मिनल ऑफ द इलेक्ट्रिक सेल. Again, the bulb will not glow. Now, next situation. Same situation, but in the opposite case, what has happened? Both the positive and negative terminal of the bulb, they are being connected to the positive terminal of the battery. As a result, the bulb will not glow. Okay, let's look at the last situation. Last situation may be circuit complete hai, positive, negative terminal se connected hai sab kuch, and as a result, the bulb is glowing. Okay, so what we have learned over here, we have learned that अगर हम चाहते हैं कि electricity pass हो, एक bulb glow करे, we have to make sure that the circuit is complete. Okay, there should be no breakage. यहाँ पे break है, यहाँ पे break है, right? There should be no breakage. Secondly, the positive and the negative terminals of the electric cell should be connected to the positive and negative terminal of the bulb. Okay, अगर दोनों ही नेगेटिव टर्मिनल्स या पॉजिटिव टर्मिनल से कनेक्टेड रहेंगे दोनों एंड्स, तो भी बल्ब ग्लो नहीं करेगा. So how we can find out कि हमारा circuit complete है कि नहीं? So we can take the tip of a pencil on the wire near to the terminal of the electric cell, and we can move the pencil along the wire all the way to the bulb. Okay, now let us see how we are going to do that. So हमने यहाँ पे टिप रखा है अपना पेंसिल का, हम इसे मूव करेंगे. Okay, so we are going to move. See, can you observe? We are completing an entire circle, right? But अगर हम दूसरे डायग्राम में देखें, so this is going to stop over here, right? Current is going to stop over here. दूसरे में भी देखते हैं, next diagram में भी, again it is going to stop over here. There is a breakage, right? So did the bulb glow for the arrangement in which you would not be able to put the pencil or move the pencil from one terminal to other? So yes, अगर हमारा टिप पेंसिल का टिप completely move नहीं हो पा रहा है, reach नहीं कर पा रहा है दूसरे end पे, so the bulb is not glowing in such arrangements. What is an electric circuit? So I kept on repeating in the last activity कि ये circuit complete नहीं था, right? So what is an electric circuit? So in activity 2, what we have noticed, हमने एक electric cell लिया है, and we have tried to connect one terminal of the electric cell to the other. Okay, and हमने कैसे connect किया दोनों terminals को? By using a connecting wire and a bulb. Okay, so जब एक terminal of the electric cell connected होता है to the other terminal of the electric cell through wires and through some devices, that completes an electric circuit. Okay, so in the first and the last arrangement, two terminals of the electric cell were connected to the two terminals of the bulb. And this is the arrangement which is a perfect example of an electric circuit. So this electric circuit, it is going to provide a complete path for the electricity to flow. ये एक path है, ये एक रास्ता है जिसके वजह से electricity move करता है. And ये electricity के बीच में कहीं पे speed breaker नहीं आना चाहिए. There should be no breakage in between. Okay, so there should be a complete path for the electricity to flow, or for the current to flow from one terminal to the other terminal. Okay, from the positive to the negative terminal. So the electric circuit provides a complete path for the electricity to flow between the two terminals of the electric cell. And the bulb will glow only when the current flows through the circuit. जब circuit में current flow करता है, तभी electric bulb glow करेगा. And there should be a complete path. Okay, there should be no breakage in between. So in an electric circuit, the direction of the current is taken from the positive to the negative terminal of the electric cell. So ये electric cell का positive terminal है, ये negative terminal है. Okay, so current कैसे flow करता है? Current flow करता है from the positive terminal towards the negative terminal. Okay, अब ये path complete हो गया. तो current flow करेगा and as a result, the bulb is going to glow. Okay, so there is a complete path of the electricity to or the current to flow. When the terminals of the bulb, ये जो terminals है bulbs के, ये connect कर दिए जाते हैं with the help of wires. The current is passing through this bulb and as a result, it passes through the filament. And as a result, the bulb glows. अब ऐसा भी होता है sometimes the bulb do not glow even it is connected to the cell. So उस situation में हम कहते हैं कि ये bulb fuse हो चुका है और ये bulb जो fused है वो कैसा दिखेगा? Have you all observed the fused bulb? So fused bulb में जो filament होते हैं वो टूट जाते हैं. So an electric bulb may fuse due to many reasons. One of the basic reason is there is the breakage in the filament. Ab filament break ho gaya. There is a wire which has broken. As a result, the pathway of the current has stopped. Right? वो जो speed breaker है ना वो आ गया बीच में. अब current पूरा flow नहीं हो पा रहा है. And as a result, the bulb is not glowing. So a break in the filament in the electric bulb means there is a break in the path of the current between the two terminals of the electric cell. And therefore, a fused bulb will not produce light because there is no current passing through the filament. So now you all can understand why the bulb in the other arrangements were not glowing, because there was breakage. Their path was not complete. It was incomplete. Now in the next video, we will be learning something very interesting. We will learn how to make torch for ourselves. Okay, so till then, everybody, stay tuned. Bye-bye. Take care.